Alright guys, so this is the current situation. We are on the calibration screen, well, the pairing screen. Let me know if you can hear me. The situation is that our power meter, our 4II power meter, here we go, so I'll show you the situation. It's currently reading out, so look at that, weird power readings, but the cadence is totally fine. So we were meant to start a race. Well, we were gonna start a race at 6:55, but as soon as we came online, this was the problem. So you can see there that my power meter at the top is reading out 0, and I'm gonna go full gas. There you go. Look at the cadence. 0 power. And I've tried everything to get it to just not read 0. I've tried to update the firmware, recalibrated, 0 offset, taking the battery out, switched the battery round, tried to reset the power meter that way, that's not worked, kept the battery out for 10 minutes. Then put it back in again. What else have we tried? We've tried taking the ANT dongle out. Tried everything, and nothing's worked. And we're reading the cadence, but we're not reading the power. And so to me, that says that it's the same issue that I had right before Tenerife, when I first got the power meter. So after the first few days of getting the 4II power meter, I had this issue where there was like just intermittent power dropouts, and then sometimes when you did push the power, it was crazy inaccurate, and I think it's to do with the strain gauge, so like a busted strain gauge. But I think it's happened again. So the strain gauge will be the thing that tells me how much power, how much force I'm putting through the pedal. And there'll be another separate cadence sensor that will still be working, but the strain gauge will be busted. So that's me explaining it. Let me just pop up the chat and let you maybe help me, see what you got to say. Right now I'm pretty angry because this is the second time this has happened with my 4II power meter. I think it's just 4I. I'm going to say 4I. Can't be bothered throwing all the other I's. I'm just reading through your chat. So yes, tonight I don't think there's going to be a race because I don't want to use the tax trainer's power reading because it's just not as accurate as a power meter. And if I win, I feel like it'll be a fraudulent win. It will not be worth it. Because I just don't think the power from the tax flux is going to be accurate, because it hasn't been in the past. Yeah, really frustrating. Diadroop. Yeah, I don't really want to use the trainer power Ruben because it's just not going to be as accurate as the power meter. So no, the battery is 100%. I just replaced it, and the readout on the app says 100%. Try pairing with your Zwift companion on your phone and pair with ANT Plus. I don't think it's to do with that. I think it's to do with the strain gauge just being faulty, being busted. I've not dropped the bike. I've not done anything. I've ridden indoors most of the time, and today was the first time I took it outside, and I didn't drop it, or there was no like forceful trauma to the power meter. Let's see what else you're saying. Yeah, sorry Gavin, seems like there's not going to be a race tonight, frustratingly, but I wanted to come online and just let you know what was going on with my situation. Maybe answer some questions, see if you could help me. No, so it's the same reading that you can see here on Zwift. But here we go, look, intermittent, so suddenly 300, which what it probably should be right now, and then it goes back to 0 again, but the cadence stays accurate. So Let's have a look. Yeah, cadence workout. Let's have a look. Yeah, time for a cadence power meter. Yeah, it's connected via the Ant, by the Ant Plus, and it doesn't matter if it's connected by. I've tried it via Bluetooth, tried it via Ant, and it's the same. So I think it's the strain gauge that's busted already. You know, I've not used this power meter, this bike, in many adverse conditions at all, and I've not dropped it, not had any crashes, and this is twice now that the strain gauge has busted in this 4i power meter. So what I'm going to have to do, I think, is, well, the Nationals, the Zwift Nationals are this weekend, and I'm going to have to get a power meter before then. So either my team, Wahoo Cycling Hub, can help me, or I'll get Ribble to send me a replacement. It'll probably have to be another 4i, but I think we're gonna get rid of the 4i, because this is not good. This has happened twice now, and it's nothing to do with me. It's nothing to do with me. When I've not crashed, I've not dropped it. Evening Esprez. Right, Phil. Full reset of the power meter. Yeah, I've done a full reset. Let's have a look. All About the Cadence says, buddy, the whole lot are intermittently losing signal. Yeah, that's just because I'm not pedaling. So if I start pedaling, then you can see that everything gets locked in. But it's not to do with dropout on the Ant, because you've got the cadence. So you've got the cadence there. It's a bit weird that the heart rate keeps dropping out though. Troubleshooting bugs on the live stream. But yeah, there you go, the heart rate's back. Cadence is back, but no power. So that's telling me, yeah, look, the heart rate's dropping out again. Ah. What is going on? What is going on? Let's have a look here, see what else you're saying. Now, I'd love to host another Zwift race, but to be honest, I'm kind of busy solving this problem right now. See if we can jump on a race, if we can solve it. So if you can help me solve this problem, we'll jump on a race on this live stream. Yeah, it's weird that the heart rate, that is something that's happening only all of a sudden. The heart rate dropping out. But it's not that though, is it? Because if the cadence remains, oh, cheers, Phil, man. That'll go towards a new power meter. But you know, so we've got the heart rate going, we've got the cadence, and no power. So no matter what, if I'm debugging this, then you know the strain gauge is the thing that isn't working. Go pedal based. Do you use pedal based power meter, Phil? Yeah, we'll definitely have some blueberries after this. Yeah, we'll see what we can do about pedal based power meter though. I don't know. No, we'll see. Yeah, the heart rate is dropping out as well. That is weird, but so try turning off your phone and disconnect, reconnect Ant Plus dongle. We've done that. Yeah, we've already done that. So I've reconnected everything, tried every single combination of turning it on and off again. Yeah, we've turned off the Bluetooth and tried that. It's the Ant. Do you think it's really the Ant Plus? Do you think the Ant Plus would affect just the power reading? Because that doesn't seem right to me, because whatever is being outputted out of the sensor should get read up as long as the Ant is up, as long as the Ant is functioning. Yeah, things always break at the worst time, Devon. Unplug. Yeah, we'll try unplugging the ant in the USB. Well, the trainer does lose signal because when I don't pedal, it turns itself off. It goes into like standby. Yeah, I'll send GP Llama an email. See what he thinks. So the question for me is, do you really think that it is the ant signal? Could it just be the ant signal, even though, you know, the other sensors are reading okay, but it's just the power? So the power meter and the cadence sensor are in the crank, so everything coming from the 4i power meter you should see that. So if you see the cadence, in my mind, if you see the cadence, you should see the power coming from the strain gauge, but because the strain gauge is busted, there is no power. And the other thing that makes me think that the strain gauge is busted is that intermittently, sometimes if I there you go, like really give it some power, it'll suddenly come back to life. And that'll be because the strain gauge is moving slightly. I'm moving it enough. So the strain gauge is probably like, it's probably out of alignment. The strain gauge will be out of alignment, which will mean that when I'm doing 300 watts, it doesn't know. But when I'm doing a lot, it suddenly comes back to life again. But that's because the strain gauge is all out of alignment. So somewhere in the crank, tiny, you know, the tiny movement that it needs, it's all out of whack. So let me know, now that you've seen that, let me know what you think now. Just reading through the chat. Yeah, cadence is the accelerometer, so there's an accelerometer in the crank and a strain gauge which reads out the power. But you know, just seeing me having done that, like, that's to do with the strain gauge. So the fact that my heart rate is dropping out, I think that's a misnomer, like red herring. Yeah, this has happened to me as well before, where, well, my power meter will drop out, the cadence and the power when the battery is low, but I've replaced the battery. Yeah, I've done every form of turning it on and off again, and nothing. Thanks for helping me troubleshoot this anyway in the chat. This is helping me. I just need to make sure that it is the problem that I think it is, which is the strain gauge being busted. Nobody's actually said yet that they think it is the strain gauge that is busted. So let me know in the chat, do you think the strain gauge is busted? Yeah, I would like to use the tax power, but it's not as accurate. It's just not as accurate as a power meter. And one, that is harder to race with because you kind of lags a bit. The power from the tax lags compared to the power meter, and also it's not as accurate, and I would feel a bit fraudulent if I went and won a race on the trainer's power meter not being as accurate as a strain gauge. So as you can see the chat, unpair the 4i and then see if your heart rate drops out. Okay, yeah, let's unpair the 4i. It. I'll put it on both. So my heart rate should stay. Yeah, it's still kind of dropping out, but that's weird. Let me just. Let's have a look here. So we've got all these choices. They're all the same thing, pretty much. Yeah, it's weird that the heart rate is all of a sudden trying to drop out. Maybe I'm just not sweaty enough. Not sweaty enough yet. But you can see here, so the tax is going to read out some power. Even the tax doesn't know what the power it wants to read out is. See what I mean? Oh, it's just... Who knows? Well, I think I do know. It's the strain gauge. Yeah, I've tried the battery. We've changed the battery, reset everything. We've tried every single combination of turning it on and off again. Yeah, we've clicked precision, oh that one, but it's going to be the same, so... Well, it's not even going to give me a signal, there you go. But you can see there, so that's using the Bluetooth to get the power as the power source, and that's still not reading out anything, so... It's going to be agnostic to whatever way it's transmitting. If the strain gauge is broken, then it's just not going to matter. Yeah, we've got ash problems. You really think it's the ant? Let's unplug the ant then. I'm unplugging the ant now. Oh, and dropping it on the floor. Oh, okay, right, so we'll plug the ant back in again. Ant's plugged back in again. Yeah, we've already restarted Zwift. I really strongly believe that the internal strain gauge is busted. But I need some people in the chat to agree with me. So we're pedaling. And that's not even 226 watts. Well, it's not even changing. If I pedal less, no, it doesn't make a difference. Pedal more, doesn't make a difference. It's just a mess, isn't it? It's just a mess. It's very difficult to troubleshoot these things when there's so many variables. I'll take out the ant again, switch it over. So I'll turn around the ant dongle, so it's up the other way around. Let's see here. Right. So the ant is definitely transmitting. But I'm going to take the heart rate strap off just to eliminate that as a variable. And put it back on again, see if that's... What a mess, guys, I'm sorry. It's funny that I posted on my Instagram today about having, you know, the reality of technical difficulties in Zwift. It's not as simple as it looks. The reality gets in the way. Yeah, it's weird that the heart rate strap is also being all weird and intermittent. Right, okay. Seems fine now. View it. Power meter. Come on, let's fix the power. We ain't going anywhere with 0 watts. No matter how many RPM we give it. Yeah, you can see now that I've unpaired and repaired the heart rate, that it is not intermittently dropping out. Oh, so sorry guys. Alright, final say on this. I've tried deleting all the devices, and I've tried every on and off again scenario. Well, it's disconnected now because I've stopped pedaling, but I'll keep pedaling just to keep it on. Done honestly every form of disconnecting and reconnecting, switching on and off again. I've tried, and it's just not doing it. I mean, do you not think that because the cadence is reading out, we have a cadence sensor, also the ant is working properly, it's transmitting fine, the data is getting from my power meter to the ant dongle, but the common denominator, well, the variable is the strain gauge, which is where the power source is coming from. So something to do with the strain gauge being out of alignment, because when the strain gauge is out of alignment in the crank, you'll still be able to get peak power out, like that. It's 100% the strain gauge, which means I'm going to have to send it back to Ribble and get a replacement, because the Nationals are this weekend and I cannot miss out on that because my 4i has decided to die on me again. This is the second time. Still within warranty. So let me know guys, last say on this, what do you think? I've done every form of turning it on and off again. We've been through that. The connections are fine, so connections from devices to the laptop are working fine. It's to do with what is the one variable that is not right here. what's the odd thing out? Get chuffing pedal based. Well, we might have to do that, Phil. Yeah, battery has a good connection. Yeah, the tax is working okay. It continues. It continues. Will we ever get a shot at a win? Ah! I felt so good today. Felt so good. I'm so mentally ready to just through me solo my way to a win on the perfect course as well. Up Box Hill. Yeah, the tax trainer is not precise enough. It is very laggy. If you're using it as a power meter, I wouldn't want to do it and race on it, because it's just not going to be an accurate representation of my performance. Right, pedal-based recommendations. That's good. Yeah, the 4i is just it's the strain gauge. It's the strain gauge. It's the internal strip of metal that measures how much strain you are putting on how much you're bending, basically, but down to like a micron measurement, if that's how you measure it, like of force. So like as you push down on the pedals, you bend the crank, you know, either up, down, whatever, you're putting force through it, and the strain gauge measures how much you're doing that. And if it's out of alignment, even by a little bit, then it won't read the power. But you will be able to get it to do higher end power. Or when you put more force through the pedals, it will wake itself up. And it will be able to measure the force. It passes the threshold. Okay, just keep it at 600 watts and you'll be sweet. Yeah, let's do it. Just keep it at 600 watts. I love it. All part of the challenge. Yeah, Phil, this isn't going to stop me. This isn't going to stop me. We're just troubleshooting. This is just troubleshooting. Yeah, I broke it hitting 1,000 watts, innit? That's what it was. Yeah, I've got the new kicker. So you're saying the new kicker is accurate, right? Well, maybe that'll be the fallback. That'll be the fallback. Otherwise, alright, that's about it. I mean, it's the strain gauge. So my strain gauge and my 4i power meter is busted, and we're going to have to get a new one sent to me before the Nationals this weekend, because we can't not be racing in that. So I'm going to contact Ribble right now after this live stream, let them know, see if they can send me out a power meter replacement Dura-Race crank with the 4i strain gauge in. But I'm going to definitely turn away from 4i now. This is stupid, because this happened last time I went to Tenerife. The day before I went to Tenerife, my 4i power meter busted in exactly the same way, which is why I know that this is the same thing that's happened again. So I'm going to send it back to Ribble. Hopefully they'll be able to get another one out to me like in the next couple of days. If not, then I'll talk to Cycling Hub and Wahoo and maybe use the kicker as the power meter if you're saying that that is accurate. Otherwise, I don't know. Stay tuned, innit? Stay tuned. Slick haircut. Yeah, that's about all we're gonna get from this live stream, innit? Yes, I'm still liking the yo-yos. They are sick. I'm loving them. I rode on them today, back from St Albans to London. 20 miles easy as a warm-up for this non-existent race. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you for sticking with me, helping me troubleshoot. If anybody else gets an issue like this with their 4i power meter, then they know more about it. It's probably the strain gauge. So send it back, and that is what I'm going to do right now. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm sorry about that. Sorry about no racing tonight. I don't want to race using the Tax Flux power meter because it is just not going to be an accurate representation of my performance in comparison to the strain gauge power meter. So not going to do that, but hopefully stay tuned. Let's see if we can get this sorted before the Nationals on the weekend and hopefully race in the next few days. So thanks so much for your support. Cheers for the super chat, Phil, and I will see you all in the next one with a brand new power meter, hopefully. Peace, guys. See ya.